finish until the first 75 items. So we'll continue with the next 75 items tomorrow. Will you be able to report here sa branch, Sir Ivan, by any chance tomorrow? Yes po. Okay. Sure, it's fine, and sure, sorry to hear your loss. My condolences. But yeah, the session is recorded. You can just watch. I'm not sure when are they going to upload it, but yeah, you can just reach the first 75 because I would also have to finish early today because I have a checkup at 3, I think. So I have to go actually early. Okay? Ayan, sige. So thank you, sir. 8 to 4, pero kung 75 items na lang siya, baka we could finish early as well. Sige. 14. Okay. Sir, can you confirm if you can see the screen? Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you. Ayan. Sige, let's continue. So number 51. Which word in the sentence is pronounced with the sh sound? So I will not read it, so you guys don't have a clue. So, but yes, you have to read it out loud to get the answer to this question. So is it A, B, C, or D? So what's the answer? That is letter B. Push. Like siya lang naman yung may SH na sound or sh sound. The rest kasi is the sh sound. Usually, measure, and usual. So lahat siya ay sh sound. Okay? So isa lang yung may sh sound, that is the push. Okay, good job. Tama ka? Okay, perfect. So next item, this one. So it's kind of lengthy. So comprehension question. Current motion pictures give children a distorted view of the world. Animated features depict animals as loyal friends, compassionate creatures, and tender souls, while spaghetti westerns portray men and women as deceitful and treacherous, cruel and wanton, hard and uncaring. Thus, children are taught to value animals more highly than other human beings. Which of the following, if true, would weaken the author's conclusion? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? What did you answer? Letter C. Okay. So if 20 are correct, it would weaken the conclusion of the author. Good job. So the producers of animated features do not want children to record as higher than human beings. And number three, ancient fables such as Africans and the lion those of the cooperation between humans and animals. Good job. Next, number 53. This one. Which sentence is correctly punctuated? A, B, C, or D? So yung may hyphen, walang hyphen si Confucius, naka-open and close parenthesis si Confucius, or naka-colon. Which is the correct answer? What did you answer? A and C. Okay. So what did you choose? A or C? Letter A. Okay, that is correct. So letter A is properly punctuated. Bakit? What's the rule behind it? It's very simple. So when you quote someone and attributing the code to them, the correct punctuation should be code. Pero careful ka ha, kasi yung period should be inside the quotation. Okay? So dapat nasa yung option na quotation and then hyphen author. Or a dash. Sorry. So dash dapat okay? To indicate attribution. Good job. Next, number 54. Sige. To be or not to be, that is the question. This is Hamlet's frame of mind. What is being portrayed here? Pride, indecision, pity, or decisiveness?
Dalawa yung pinag-ibigyan kasi. Parang is positive.
Okay. Which one?
Pride and sensitive.
Sige. So, anong sabi ko kanina sa options? Kapag may negative at positive, isa sa kanila yung tamang sagot.
Sensitive. Sensitive.
Hindi kasi sila be or not to be.
Kasi parang siyang quotation din na it's not for
Now or never. Okay. In decisiveness? Okay. Sigurado ba? Pag sinabi natin decisiveness, sigurado. Diba? To be or not to be. So the correct answer is indecision. So hindi siya sigurado kung G ba or hindi. Kaya siya to be or not to be. Sino ang writer ng Hamlet? Si William Shakespeare. Good job. So pag nakita niyo sa board exam si Hamlet, batting, indecision, at saka Shakespeare. Umiikot lang naman dyan yung question. Okay, so si Hamlet, indecision, si William Shakespeare. So 3 items. Taga. Okay, yeah. Good job. So next, number 55. Okay, sir, type your answer in the chat. Ma'am, hindi tayo. So many of countries' fighters committed suicide at the height of their careers. Saan bansa? India, China, Japan, or Africa? Van. Okay. Sir Van, how about you po? What's your answer?
Sorry, I don't.
Wait natin si sir. Okay, letter C, Japan. Hey, good job. So pag nakita niyo yung kung anong country yung maraming nag-suicide, the answer is Japan. Yep. They see it as a heroic act. Yung tinatawag nilang si Pogo. Okay, yung sinasaksak yung sarili nila. They call it harakiri dati, diba? But yeah. So they are known to have them here. Cultural and philosophical beliefs, including honor, artistic despair, and societal expectations. Pero most of them are also depressed. Kaya they are killing themselves. So eto, example. Sinasabi ko, si Pogo, yung ritual suicide. So si Yukio Mishima, yan yung tatlong famous writers sa Japan na nag-commit ng suicide. Okay, so this one, si Osamu, depression and died by drowning. And then si Ryunosuke Akutagawa, author of Rashomon, took his due to extreme anxiety. Yun yung comment sa kanila. Tapos, eto, pakitandaan na lang din, yung Rashomon yung na-adapt into movie. Yung may, I think, 5 narrators So, pag nakita niyo yung may 5 narrators, yan. Okay, Rashomon. Ayan. Good job. Next question. This one. The lines of the poem below describe Africa as a land that is blank. So by David Diop, so Africa may Africa of proud warriors in ancestral savannah, Africa of whom my grandmother sings. Is it A, free and beautiful? B, mysterious and unexplored? C, war town and undeveloped? D, primitive and uncivilized? A, B, C, or. What's your answer? Free and beautiful. Free and beautiful ba siya? Sige. Bakit siya free and beautiful? Okay. 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 Sige. So, ito ang medyo challenging sa let kasi interpretation can be subjective, di ba? Depende kung paano natin siya ini-interpret. Pero if you are to look at it, how Africa is being described, sabi doon, proud warriors in ancestral savannah. Okay? So this could mean that Africa is war town and develops. Okay? Ayan. So, meron pa tayong proud warriors. Ayan, Servan. And then Savannah, which describes yung situation, okay, of Africa. So, the best answer is war town and develops. Okay. Next, 57. Sige. Ma'am, what's your answer? Hypothesis testing. Sir Van, your answer?
Tinanay yung ano, hinahanap yung ano ba yung sa ginawa.
Ayan. Sige. So correct, the answer is hypothesis testing. Okay? So keywords natin, try it out. Okay, so try it out is our keyword. So trying and testing. Okay? Ayan. Now to further explain it, this is hypothesis testing. So ayan, so aligns with the concept of hypothesis thinking. Learners from assumptions about the language and verify it through interaction. For example, may na-encounter kang rule, pero hindi mo alam yung exemption sa rule. So what you normally do is just to try it out through interaction. Okay? So that is example of hypothesis testing. Next. So Sir Van, type your answers in the chat na lang.
Pero inaano din niya, ang binobigay ko para kalagdagan ng volume. Okay? So, 6, which tools is used to apply third and apply of the game of a very good for
So this is the most appropriate while listening activity for a text describing a family tree. So 1, completing a family tree. B, copying a family tree, writing down names, or writing down family history. Writing down family history.
So, early career hours.
Sige. Tignan natin si Sir Van kung anong kanyang completing a family tree. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Next, ayan.
Sige. So let's check this out. So pag sinabi nating while listening activity, siya yung pangalawang phase ng listening. Di ba tatlo siya? Pre-listening, during, and then post-listening. Okay? So sa pre-listening activity, doon tayo nag-activate ng schema. Okay? So pag sinabi nating schema activation, tinetest natin yung prior knowledge ng mga bata. Okay? Sa pre-listening yon. Sa while listening, dito tayo gumagawa ng mga activities like questioning, note-taking, at saka predicting. Okay? Now, when it comes to post-listening naman, dito tayo gumagawa ng mga activities like summarizing, generalizing, tsaka concluding. Okay? Ngayon, in the while listening activity, ano kaya ang pwede nilang gawin if it's about family tree? Bubuo ba sila ng family tree? Kokopya ng family tree? Or mag-write down ng name? Or mag-write down ng family history? So the most appropriate activity will be writing down name. So isusulat na lahat ng pangalan from the family. Okay? Kasi that would fall doon sa tinatawag natin na note-taking. Diba? Doon sila mag-note or mag-take down ng list ng names from the family. Okay? So the most appropriate activity here would be writing down names. Okay? So next, number 59.
Step, performing facial treatment. First step, 60 days.
What's your answer, ma'am? Suggestipedia. Okay. Sir Van, what's your answer?
Okay, remove this in sales. Yung pinakain mo. Mga listener. Okay, so next, apply face mask that is after cleansing and
So wait natin si Sir Van kung ano ang kanya magiging answer.
okay, ang una is fancy. Ang pangalawa is community and
We'll see. Good point. Sige. Answer ko siya mamaya. Add lang ako ng display para
And then facing is community, mass, and then visualize. Wala moving lang kung visualize. Okay. So what's the term for temporal body hair using substance? Boxing yun. Okay, iba na sa ginagawa natin. So yung training lang.
Anong number na tayo, no? 59 na.
Okay, iba dito. Kaya tulad yan. Yung shaping.
So Sir Van, what's your answer? Okay, letter B. Only listening activities provided. Okay. Thank you so much. So si Ma'am ay A, si Sir Van ay B. Okay. So pag sinabi nating Suggestipedia, isa siyang tawag na to? Language acquisition aid. Ibig sabihin, isa siyang strategy na ginagawa natin sa language class. Okay? So ano ba yung pag sinabi nating Suggestipedia? So yung Suggestipedia, ang pinakang gist niya is tinatanggal natin yung mga psychological barrier ng mga bata like fear, anxiety. So pinapakalma natin sila gamit ang music. Okay? So music yung pinakang key natin dyan. Pero ang ginagawa kasi kaya may music is for them to be relaxed. So the correct answer is letter C. Okay? So dapat daw before any language class or any language lessons, dapat si bata daw ay relax. So Suggestipedia is one of the language acquisition aids. Okay? Popularized by Georgie Lozanon. So dapat, sir, tama ka po, gagamit ng music. Pero ang pinakang core kasi why music has to be utilized is for them to be relaxed. Okay? So letter C ang tama. Ayan. Sir, nakuha niyo po? Clear po ba? Can you give me a thumbs up if it's clear? Ayan. Thank you so much. Ayan. Sige. So let's move on to the next question. So number 60.
45 degree. Di ba? Tama ba?
A, B, C, or D.
Next, which one of supply will be used as a protective base when base applying the punishment? Protective base after mag-apply ng may patch or ng base.
Ayan. Sir Van, just type your answer na lang sa question number 60. Ma'am, anong answer? Letter A, students can easily edit their work. Or B, they're easy to supervise. C, students will work quietly. Or D, students will learn how to type. Right? So what is the advantage of using computers in a writing class? Ay, ayan. Sige. So, sa letter D, they will learn how to type low level, high level. Low level answers yung letter D. So letter C, students will work quietly. How can we ensure that when they use computers, they are quiet? So it's generally encompassing statement. So din natin siya isasagot. So between A and B, ayan, so students are easy to supervise. Letter A, students can easily edit their work. Okay? Ayan. So between A and B, which one is more related to writing?
BBC.
A or B? Mas related sa writing. Mas ang focus ay writing. Okay, sige. Correct. So the correct answer here is letter A. Students can easily edit their work. Okay? So Sir Van, the reason why we are going to answer letter A, yung focus kasi ng question natin is about writing, not classroom management. Okay? So when it comes to classroom management, letter B will be the best answer kasi students are easy to supervise, right? However, since the question's focus is about writing, the best answer is letter A. Okay? Now, sakit kasi ng nating mga English major talaga ang mag-overthink. So, yung isa yung lalabanan ha. So, ang laging advice na binibigay ko sa mga English major is just answer the question. Okay? So, wag na mag-overthink. So, just answer the question. So, ang hinihingi ng question is about writing. So, we focus on writing. Okay? I understand kasi parang you're looking into the bigger picture, di ba? Ay, hindi. Mas madali natin silang masusupervise. So, in fact, even if they use yung regular lang naman na pen and paper, di ba? We can still supervise them. So, letter A is the best answer. They can easily edit their work. Yeah, next, number 61.
Letter C. Under email sa tayong class. Kapag page kasi,
Students and
Socio-economic environment. Okay. So, wait natin si Sir Van.
Yan yun. Pwede ko namin sa lapag. Okay. So, ako sinabi naman natin 5 page, that is the tools for reading and turning 5. So, ayan, yan yung tubong talaga. Okay, kapag appear naman, so also notice the dates name, if it's used for paper clubs when the planner does not work. So, ito na yung ang balan ay bottom.
Ayan, letter B, teacher's creativity. Okay. So which is not considered in designing, hindi natin i-consider when it comes to instructional materials. A, B, C, or C. So si Ma'am ay A. Ma'am, bakit ka A?
or
Planner, that is not almost the same thing. But that's
From the way
Okay.
Okay.
Yung tungkol na meron tayong neutral, meron tayong
May involved na cost. Okay. Sir, ikaw, bakit ka B, teacher's creativity?
So, what?
Sure.
Separate classes.
Mm. So si ma'am ay sa cost, hindi natin siya i-consider. Si sir ay teachers creativity. Okay? So yung letter C, students and their schema, of course, kailangan natin siyang i-consider. Diba? Sa letter D naman, teacher's pedagogical principle. So, kailangan natin siyang i-consider kasi, of course, the teacher has to know, diba, kung paano ginagamit yung materials sa kanyang teaching. So, yung kanyang teaching strategies and teaching methodologies. Right? So, we are torn between A or B. Ano ba? Socio-economic environment or is it teacher's creativity? Sige, isipin natin mabuti, no? Ayan. Okay. 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 Sige. Ayan. So the correct answer to this question is actually, let's present. Okay? So the correct answer is socio-economic environment. Okay? So hindi natin siya masyadong kino-consider. Okay? Kailangan nating i-correct yung question ha kasi hindi naman siya like really not considered. But among the four kasi, least considered ang socio-economic environment. Okay? Bakit? Kasi nga, teacher has to be creative. Kung limited kasi yung resources ni teacher, kailangan niyang maging resourceful. So, creativity is an important factor in designing instructional materials. Okay, so on the other hand, yung socio-economic environment, hindi kasi siya like direct factor in designing instructional materials. Okay? Ayan. So, play tayo, sir. So, mas makakapag-adapt si teacher sa learning styles and needs kung meron siyang creativity. So, that will be a factor. Ayan, thank you so much. Pero these are two of the best options, ha? Sa board exam kasi, very important on how you know how to eliminate options that are obviously wrong. Kasi di ba sa math, kapag apat pa yung pamimilian mo, meron ka lang 25% chance of getting the right answer. Kapag nakapag-remove ka ng isang obviously na mali, meron kang 33.33 chance na makakuha ng tamang sagot. Kung dalawa na lang siya, so 50% na yung chance mong makakuha ng tamang sagot. So very important na you know how to eliminate. Alin muna yung hindi mo na isasagot. So good job. Next, number 62. This one. So the new Taylor Swift's album is so lit. So based on a series of in-depth interviews with Gen Z, the italicized word means what? So ang italicized yan ay yung lit. Is it A, literature, B, really cool, C, dramatic, or D, out of this world?
Sobrang ganda.
Or, okay. Ayan. So pag sinabi nating lit, it means it's really cool. Good job. Ayan. Next question, number 63. This one. Okay. Sequence. Okay. By stages. Ikaw, Sir Van, what's your take on this? Okay. I see. Ayan. Thank you. So here's the thing. So pag sinabi kasi nating sequencing, di ba, it's arrangement. However, yung question kasi, medyo problematic siya, no, if you are to look at it. So blank is an example of sequencing materials. So hindi kasi in-specify anong klaseng sequencing yung gusto niyang malaman. Pwede kasing yung amount of information, pwede din kasing yung time, okay? Yung chronological or logical arrangement. Kasi parang sobrang general ng question na example of sequencing. Now, those two that I have mentioned, yung amount ng information or yung time, so they are both examples of sequencing. Okay? Yung whole to parts kasi, yung letter A, that is also an example of sequencing. Kasi pwede siyang from general to specific, from complex to simple, or from simple to complex. So that is whole to part. Yung isa naman, yung by stages, ito na yung sinasabi kong chronological siya. So, ibig sabihin, pwede siyang sa time. May kinalaman siya sa time. Okay? Now, from the material given dito sa atin, the correct answer daw would be by stages. Okay? So that is letter C. Okay? Pero again, it's kind of problematic if you are to ask me kasi general masyado yung question na which one is an example of sequencing materials. Okay? Ayan. So, sa ano kasi, sa tawag nito, um, sa isang subject natin sa majorship, I think ito yung preparation and evaluation of instructional materials. Ang sinasagot ay whole to parts. So I'll give you a receipts.
Yes. Yes. Not yun. Yung conflict. Nagis na ba? Okay. Enough.
So I'll try to share a different screen, no, para meron kang basis. Baka sabihin nyo kasi ano, char-char ako.
Okay. Next, what is the most common diameter of recipe about Thailand? Diameter. Ako sinabi natin
Ay, hindi siya nakikita ni ma'am. Wait lang.
diameter.
Wala nga pala siya online.
For example, ito yung dulo ng pipe. Ito yung dulo ng pipe. For example, API. Ito yung tinatawag na diameter. Yung diameter.
Ayan. Okay. So, sequencing sa preparation and evaluation of instructional materials, mas kino-consider na sequencing yung parts to whole or whole to parts. Kasi if we talk about sequencing dito, it mentions the continuous and cumulative learning. So yun nga, from complex to simple, or from simple to complex or whole to part. Okay? Kasi kapag yung isa, yung by stages na tinatawag natin, we may have to look for other aspects nitong or time when it comes to the factors to consider in writing instructional material. Okay? Kasi meron pa siya dyang balancing, meron siyang explaining, meron siyang pacing, meron siyang reviewing, meron siyang elaborating, meron din siyang transfer of learning. Okay? Ayan. So, if you were to ask me kung anong isasagot mo, Sir Jeff, if ikaw, I would go with the whole to parts relationship. Kasi mas may resibo siya. Yung kasing idea natin ng by stages, it's more of a general concept, di ba? Na pag sinabi nating sequence, meron lang siyang logic, meron lang siyang time. Pero in the preparation and evaluation of instructional materials, sequencing is whole to parts. You would, if I were, it's gonna be whole to parts. Okay? So ikaw, Sir Van, given the justification and explanation I provided, would you go with by stages or whole to parts? Saan? Sa whole to parts daw kasi it's sequencing. Ayan. Carry. Ayan. Thank you so much. Next question. Number 64. Last year pa namin to pinagtataluhan itong by stages or whole to parts. By stages. Pero yung may mga knowledge doon sa prep and eval, yung sequencing, elaborating, balancing. Ang sinasagot namin ay whole to parts. Ha? Luckily, hindi pa siya lumalabas sa actual lab. But who knows? So we're gonna stick with whole two parts kasi mas aligned siya sa prep and eval of instructional materials. Okay? Next, number 64. So when asked to share her most memorable experience during the community quarantine, Lawrence was able to understand what was asked from her and naturally talked about her experience using English language. In language curriculum, in language curriculum, which of the following content standards did he achieve? A, B, C, or D? A, oral languages in English. Sir, ikaw?
For example, bahay natin yan. And then, may nakausing tubo sa labas. Okay, yun yung benchmark. Para may iwasan natin. Yun yung sinawa. Exactly, benchmark. Ayun yung sinawa. Okay, so very good yun. Sige, next.
Oral languages in English. Ayan. Obviously kasi oral languages in English comprises everything, no? So, natural communication. Yung phonological skills kasi sa pronunciation lang siya, sa oral input. Yung vocab naman sa word, si grammar, awareness, and structure, sa structure lang. So, yung oral languages, it comprises everything. So, your ability to speak naturally, ayan, using the English language. Good job. Next, number 65.
And then, ito yung mga ginagawa.
So a TV network released a gory shot of a murder victim, and in turn, the network was accused of violation. What justification can the network give? It has used impartial judgment in the public interest, maintained a fair play in selecting the content, it was done in good state, or it has proved a forum of pertinent comment.
For media, kung ngayon, meron kang one page or one word change na success to.
Letter A.
So, ay ito na napaka-important. Sige. Next. Which
Sir, ikaw.
part PVC? Binds.
Wait natin si Sir. Nag-iisip pa siya ng kanyang answer.
So, okay. PVC part. Okay, so that is 5. Okay. Ito yung sura ng 5 dito. Ayan. Okay. So, kapag nakasulat sa PVC,
Letter?
yes, it requires more. Ito naman yung
Okay. Ayan. Sige.
separate holes, containing holes. Then yung tsura niya, and then snake,
Okay.
and for
Perfect. So the correct answer to this question is actually letter A. Okay. Wala siyang kinikilingan. Wala siyang pinoprotektahan. Serbisyong totoo lamang, kumbaga. Okay? So from the Society of Professional Journalists, so they consider 3 aspects palagi: public interest, impartial judgment, and editorial discretion. So ito yung ethics na sinusunod ng mga journalists sa Pilipinas. Okay? So impartial judgment, it focuses on ethical journalism, which means it considers balanced reporting, ensuring na yung mga contents hindi siya sensationalized, but they use it to serve information or to inform the public. Okay? So yun yung argument na pwede nilang gamitin, that they use impartial judgment in the public interests. Okay? So yun yung tinatawag nating impartial judgment.
For example,
Next, number 66. This one. Blank states that mass media should be state-owned to best serve the government. A, B, C, or D. Letter C, authoritarianism. Sir, ikaw.
Yung mismo lakihan niya. And then, like, ang iniglap niya
Okay. Libertarianism. Okay. So, ang tatandaan yung keyword dito ay state-owned. Okay? Dapat siya ay state-owned to best serve the governments. Okay? However, ang answer provided kasi ay social responsibility. Okay? But I beg to disagree with the answer provided. Okay? Kasi kapag sinabi nating state-owned, this is actually coming from the idea na tinatawag natin Soviet media theory. Okay? So ano ba yung Soviet media theory na tinatawag natin? So nanggaling siya sa concept ng Soviet Union, like China, Korea, South Korea, North Korea, and then Russia, 'di ba? Ayan. So ano bang meron diyan pag sinabi nating Soviet theory of the press? So it simply states that media should be owned by the government for the benefit of government. Yung tinatawag natin na Soviet media theory. Okay? Ayan. So, mas aligned siya when it comes to the question provided. Kasi sabi dyan, should be state-owned to best serve the government. Kumbaga, the press, it serves the government. Parang yung PTV4 sa Pilipinas. Di ba meron tayong PTV4? State-owned siya to serve the government. Ayan. Kapag kasi sinabi nating social responsibility, it advocates for the benefit of the public. So free press with ethical responsibility. Pag sinabi naman natin, sir, na libertarianism, it promotes the total press freedom, no government interference. Kapag sinabi naman nating authoritarianism, controlled by the state siya. Iba yung state-owned sa controlled by the state. Yung state-owned, yung government mismo yung may-ari ng media. So, yun yung Soviet theory of the press. Authoritarianism is media, the media is controlled by the state. So, that could be privately owned. For example, naalala niyo yung ginagawa ng government sa Rappler? Diba? So, that is an example of authoritarianism. Okay, so Rappler kasi is privately owned, but the government restricts press freedom. So, that is authoritarianism. Okay? Ayan. Clear tayo, sir and ma'am? Okay, sige. So, pwede niyong basahin yung tawag na to, yung 4 theories of the press. Saan ko siguro yung link? Okay? Pero yun, merong 4 theories of the press: authoritarian, libertarian, social responsibility, and Soviets. So, the answer to this question is Soviet. Okay? Ayan. Para mas malinaw sa inyo. Go.
tawag dyan. Dito, tawag dito. Tawag dito.
Ito yung sinasabi ko. 4 theories of the press. Ayun siya. So, authoritarian, libertarian, social responsibility, and the Soviet communist.
Books na, nagpipili ng perfect system.
Yung nga natin is nagaling lang din siya. Okay. So, pwede nyo namang mahanap yung summary niyan. Marami namang mga AI tools. You can try ulearn.ai if you wanna get more information. Ayan, para makita niyo yung overview. Okay, ayan. Sige. Clear na tayo dito, sir, sa answer. So let's move on to the One? Okay. Thank you. So we have number 67. Sige. So which ideology of the curriculum believes that learners should appreciate other cultures and religions? So your answers, please. Cultural pluralism. Ma'am, ikaw.
Alam mo yan mga yan. That is trusting kasi.
Letter
Experience, sports, three, horizontal, vertical.
D.
Kapag nang-contract, or it is sure yung right or heavy.
Si Sir AA, cultural pluralism. Letter A. Okay, kasi ang sabi natin is, wag nang mag-overthink. So sabi dyan, culture and religion. So hence the answer is cultural pluralism. So cultural pluralism simply states that there is more than one culture exists. So the learners, they should be taught how to appreciate yung iba't ibang culture. So kapag ganun daw yung doon daw galing yung idea mo ng curriculum, then that's built on the cultural pluralism. Okay? Ayan. So yung other concepts naman dyan, kapag nakita nyo, ito, yan. So learner-centeredness, ang focus ay sa learner. Social and economic efficiency, pine-prepare natin yung learners natin to be to be part of the labor force. Example niyan is yung K-12. Di ba yung K-12? Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng senior high school is to somehow prepare them to the labor force. So that is social and economic efficiency. Yung academic rationalism naman, of course, ang focus niya ay teaching them to be academically proficient or academically excellent. Okay? Next, this question. Yan. Si Teacher Patrick, planning to teach her students new words needed in academic context and provide access to more complex topics and discussions outside of the everyday. So which tier of vocabulary? Okay? So yung vocabulary, tatlo lang dyan yung tier, 1, 2, and 3. However, ang sagot kasi daw dito ay tier number 3. Okay? Tier 3 daw ang sagot dyan. Now, pag sinabi kasi nating tier 3, okay? Ayan. Pinakamataas actually siya, yung tier 3. Okay? Yung tier 3 kasi, it's subject specific. Okay? Mga technical vocabulary like photosynthesis, isotope, yung mga ginagamit natin per subject. Okay? Ayan. So, ito namang tier 2, high utility academic words. Ito yung mas ginagamit natin to understand academic texts. Okay? So, tier 1, ito yung everyday words natin. Okay? So, tier 1 is our everyday words. Yung mga ginagamit natin araw-araw. Okay? So, tier 1, basic words. Tier 2, highly academic or high utility academic words. Tier 3 is subject specific. Okay? Ayan. So, this is tier 3 in the question. Nakatama ka? Tama ka? Kung A, hindi. 3, letter C, ang tamang sagot. Okay? Sir, ikaw, nakita mo siya kanina, no? Pero nagtandaan mo, sir, walang number 4. Okay? Tatlo lang sila. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. Tier 1, yung basic words or basic sight words, ginagamit natin araw-araw. Tier 2, ginagamit natin araw-araw pero sa school. Okay? Tier 3 naman, so this is subject specific. Okay? Ayan. So, ang mga example nga niyan ay vocabulary, ganyan. Vocabulary, isotope, photosynthesis. Okay. Ayan. Good job. Next. This one. By, cow, void, contain combined vowels, begins with a vowel sound, and end with a glide. We call that. Diphthongs. Okay, good job. Ano naman yung clusters? Si Okay, good job. So cluster naman, magkasama silang consonant sound sa iisang syllable. Okay? Cluster. Kagaya ng word na cluster. Di ba yung word na cluster, CL siya. Pero nasa isang syllable kasi sila. Cluster. So yung iba kasi akala pag sinabing cluster, basta magkadikit na consonant. Okay? Kagaya ng CL, hindi. So, pag sinabi nating cluster, dapat sila ay nasa iisang syllable. Okay? Magkadikit silang consonant sound sa iisang syllable. Good job. Next. Ayan. Other explanations. We have it in here. So, cluster. Ito, consonant cluster. Example. Ito. Strong plant. Nasa iisang consonant. Nasa isang syllable sila. Okay? So, pwedeng 2 or 3 more sounds. Pero again, ang keyword natin dyan ay dapat sila ay nasa iisang syllable. Okay? Yan. Next, consonant sounds. So we have the consonant sounds here. Okay. And then we have the fricatives. So fricatives is, or they are, what do you call this? A manner of articulation na may friction, kaya siya fricatives. So if you try to sound out yung tsaka yung tsaka yung may friction siya. Okay? So as you can see sa last September. So, ayan. So favorite nila yan sa linguistics. Nung time namin, ito yung inaabangan ko pero walang lumabas na ganito. So puro methodologies nung time namin. Love you, dental. Totoo ba? Perfect. So, bukas natin siya aaralin. Next, number 70. Usman. So, cite words that everyday, cite words, nouns, verbs, adjectives, and early reading words. 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1. Okay, tier 1. Ang keyword niya lang sa tier 1 ay basic sight words. Okay, or everyday words. Okay, ito yung mga example niyan, sir. So we have the following. Okay. So do not require explicit instructions kasi nga araw-araw naman natin siyang nai-encounter. So there is no need for us to have special instructions to learn these words. Yan yung pag nakita natin, alam na natin siya, di ba? Ayan. Yung tier 2, more complex academic vocabulary. So high frequency words and academic settings. Yan yung mga ginagamit natin for reading comprehension. So like analyze, require, fortunate, and established. Excuse me. Tier 3 naman is subject specific like yan, photosynthesis, quadratic equation, legislature, and etc. Okay? So, that's tier 2 and tier 3. Wala pong tier 4. Next, number 71.
So, the front view identifies the eyes and the way of the object. Ano ba? Okay. Sige. Next,
Aha.
what is your term for part belonging?
Letter A, phoneme. Sir, ikaw ay letter C.
So,
Sige lang. Sila.
okay, good. That is isometric drawing is identify the representation of the head. Okay, meron tayong na okay.
Ayan, sige. So, let's analyze this more further. Okay. So, pag sinabi nating phonemes, ito yung smallest unit of sound. Okay? Ayan. Ang mga examples niyan ay mga sounds na ayan. Ganyan, tapos long E, etc. Okay? So kapag nagbago ang phonemes, magbabago din ang meaning, 'di ba? Example, yung word natin na fit. Ganyan. kapag ginawa natin siyang feet, so it changes the meaning, it also changes the pronunciation. Kasi from having the short E, yung fit, meron na tayong feet. So, nagbago yung phoneme, nagbago yung meaning, nagbago yung pronunciation. Yung linguistics naman, of course, guys, this is just really the study of language. Okay? Linguistics. Now, phonology and phonetics, anong pinagkaiba nila? Si phonetics, phonetics refers to the physical properties of sound. Ibig sabihin, how we sound them. Okay? Paano ba natin siya pinopronounce? Okay, paano ba natin siya ina-articulate? Ano ba yung ginagamit natin na articulators when we sound out of phonemes? Yun yung concern ng phonetics, okay? The manner and the place of articulation. Manner and place of articulation. Ayan. Si phonology naman, it has something to do with the mental aspects. Okay? So the correct answer is obviously phonology ang ating tamang sagot. Okay? Clear yung difference between phonetics and phonology? Okay. So tandaan nyo lang, kapag physical property, phonetics. Kapag mental property, phonology. Okay? Ayan. Clear tayo, sir, with the concepts presented? Perfect. Okay, mag-alala kasi marami talagang nalilito sa phonetics at saka sa phonology. Okay? Next. This one. Lao. So Lao, a grade 3 pupil, reads saw for was, says a B is a D, skips, omits, or adds words when he reads out loud. Write 41 for 14, shows no difference between 1, 2, 3, and 1, 23. Act and car, plus and X, and between oil and 710. What learning difficulty does he suffer from? Dyscalculia, dyslexia, dysgraphia, or reading miscues?
Ganun ang ginawa ko. Nagkaroon muna ako ng master na nakalahat ng page.
Okay. Sir, ikaw. Dyslexia. Sabi nating dyscalculia, saan siya? Math, numbers, okay? Nung sinabi nating dysgraphia or dysgraphia, sa writing, no? Pagsusulat, okay. Pag recognition ng letters and numbers, that is dyslexia or sa reading, okay? Now, ang tawag dito, sa situation na meron siya, na nababasa niya yung so at was, they are reading miscues, okay? Miscues ang tawag doon kasi iba yung nakasulat, iba yung na-recognize niya. Pero ang tinatanong kasi dito is yung kanyang condition, yung learning difficulty niya. Okay? So the answer to that question is dyslexia. Good job. Next, number 7. Yes. Yep. So reading miscues, ito yung way natin na magtali kung papaano na-recognize ng mga bata yung letters. Ayan. They are reading miscues. Ayan. Good job. Next, number 73.
Pilit yan. Okay, lumiliit yung object ng nasa kapag nasa malayo pa, lumiliit yung object, yung mga pilit lumiliit. Ang tawag doon is reverse. Ay, view.
True. Sir, ikaw. Go lang. Okay, true. So, ibig sabihin, kapag nagbago yung phoneme, nagbabago yung meaning and pronunciation, pero kapag allophone, pronunciation lang yung magbabago. Okay, good job. So, board exam test taking technique, wala pong partially false at saka partially true sa let. Okay? So, it's either true or it's either false. Wala din pong maybe true, maybe false. So pag pinapipili between true or false, wag po kayo magsasagot ng partially true and or partially false. It's either true or it's either false. Okay? Ayan. So ano ba pag sinabi nating allophone? So allophone is simply the variation, okay, of the sound. So, for example, yung t na sound, it can be aspirated, it can be released or unreleased. Like yung sa stop. 'Di ba yung sa stop is different doon sa T na nasa hot. Okay, magkaiba siya. Iba din siya sa nasa top. So yung nasa top, yun yung aspirated top. Yung nasa stop, yun yung unreleased. Or yun yung released. Tapos yung nasa pot, yun yung unreleased. Pero lahat siya ay so same phoneme, different pronunciation. Ang tawag doon ay allophone. Okay? Yung variant ng pagpa-pronounce natin ng so hindi nagbabago ang meaning, pronunciation ang nagbabago. Next, this one. So, A, B, C, or D. What's your answer?
Para dahil perspective, pero kung hindi na kung may perspective ka na, kasi nakikita mo na, okay. Ganun ang expression.
Halika.
Ibig sabihin, this is the real, yeah. Ito tatlo, ito
Kaya natin si sir.
ito yung real.
Sir, anong answer mo?
Dahil style. Tanong
Social linguist. And then syntax. Pag sinabi nating strategic, ito yung how you use your non-verbal cues para mas maintindihan yung message, how you overcome language gaps, plan and assess the effectiveness of communication. Kapag naman sinabi nating discourse competence, ito yung logical arrangement. So, patterns of organization, kung connect ba tayo when we talk. Okay? Now, when it comes to social linguistic competence, ito yung sinasabi ni Tony Fowler na pag nasa fine dining restaurant, iwan ang pagka-squatter sa bahay kasi it depends on the context kung nasaan tayo or yung social situation. 'Di ba sa bahay, iba yung manner of speaking natin, iba din pag nasa school, iba din kapag ang kausap natin ay boss natin, iba din kapag baby ang kausap natin, iba din kapag jowa ang kausap natin. So that is social linguistic competence, okay? The appropriateness and your coping strategies to adjust depends on social situations, okay? Now, sabi, if you have the four, then definitely you are communicatively competent. Okay, good job. So that is sociolinguistic competence. Okay, so here is a summary of what I have just discussed. Sir, feel free to also take a screenshot of the rationalization just in case you need to revisit the concepts. Okay, ayan. Thank you so much. Perfect. So let's move on to the next question. Ayan.
Either line yan. Kasi may harap. So, ibig sabihin, ito represent B from B. Okay, yun yung purpose ng either line. Okay. So, kapag sinabi naman natin separate views, that is either line or dash line. Ano yung purpose ng line?
Go lang, sir.
Sige. Gawin natin sa ulit. So, ito ay malana. Yan, malana. Automatic skills yan. Namagapin yan. So ngayon, para ma-identify natin kung ano yung formula na
Lexical change.
So, ibig sabihin, meron pa pala siyang meron kang connection, meron nakatama. Okay? Kapag hindi yan ng class, okay. Yung pwede namin items. Okay? Okay, next. What? Relationship of objects. Okay, drawing. Detailed drawing. So it will be intentional. Okay, so meron ng target, detail.
I see, lexical. Si Sir ay wala pa. Sir, meron ka na A, coinage? Okay, sige. So, isa-isahin natin sila, sir. So, kasi common item dito sa let. Ang tawag natin dito ay, morphophonemic processes. Okay? Morphophonemic processes, sorry. Word formation processes. Okay? So, ano yung tinatawag natin na word formation processes? Ito yung pamamaraan natin on how we actually formulate words. Okay? Ayan. So, sulat ko siya dito para mas may note ka you together. Okay? Ayan.
Ano nakalagay na?
So, kita mo yung word file. Yan. Perfect. Sige. Sana readable din siya, sir, ha? So, unahin natin yung tinatawag natin na derivation. Okay. Sige, lagyan ko lang siya ng title. So, ang tawag natin dito ay word formation processes or how we form words. Ganyan lang siya. So, this is a context or a concept in morphology. Okay? So, pag nakita niyo yung morphology, matic. So, that is word formation processes. Okay? Or study of word formation. Ayan. Word formation.
Okay. So,
Ganyan siya.
this is symbol as
Word formation process.
Okay.
Ayan.
And then kapag ayan.
Now, sa word formation processes, may iba't ibang types kasi siya. Okay? So, iba't ibang klase ng paano ba tayo nagbubuo ng words. So, start natin sa tinatawag natin na derivation. Okay? So, pag sinabi natin derivation, when we add suffix, okay, nag-change siya ng category. Okay, add suffix and changes category or class. Okay? So ano ba pag sinabi nating suffix? Ito yung ina-add natin sa last part, 'di ba, ng word. Can I give you guys an example? Meron tayong word na kind, which is an adjective, 'di ba? Kasi pag sinabi nating mabait ka, it describes a person. Pero if we add the wordness or the suffixness, kindness, hindi na siya adjective. Siya na ay noun. Okay? Ayan. So clear tayo sa derivation as a word formation or word formation processes. Clear tayo, sir? Ayan, perfect. Love. So meron din tayong tinatawag natin na clipping. So pag sinabi naman natin clipping, ayan, ibig sabihin lang yan, sinushorten natin yung isang word. Okay? Shorten ang ating keywords. Okay? Sa leeg, no? So clipping ay shorten. Ibig sabihin, magpuputol tayo. Ang example nito, we have the word gymnasium. Diba? We change it to gym. Ayan. Ano pa ba? Meron tayong word na influenza. Ayan, laboratory. Meron tayong lab. Okay? Etc. Ang tawag natin dyan ay clipping. Okay? Now, kung meron tayong clipping, meron din tayong tinatawag na blending. Diba? So, yung blending naman, instead na i-shorten natin siya, okay, ang gagawin natin ay ayan, blending. Pag sinabi naman nating blending, i-combine natin siya. Combine the parts. Okay? So, example ng blending, meron tayong spoon and fork. Meron tayong fork. Okay? Tawag natin siya ay blending. Okay? Sir, sorry na sa typo kasi hindi ako nakatuloy. Okay. Yan. So, combine the parts and then we have new words. Meron pa yan, we have smoke and fog. We have smug. Breakfast at saka lunch, we have brunch. Okay, blending ang tawag natin dyan. Yung isa, we call it naman compounding. Okay? So yung compounding, we also combine. Pero ang pinagkaiba niya, hindi part yung hindi part yung minimix natin. Okay? As in buong word. Okay? Example, we have desk plus fan. We have desk fan, which is a type of fan. Okay? Ayan. That is compounding. Okay? So next, we have what we call abbreviation. Ayan. So abbreviations naman is also a form of shortening, but we take initials. Okay? Example ng mga abbreviations ay we have DepEd. We have PARC. Ayan. Etc. Ngayon, itong abbreviations, pwede pa natin siyang mas maklasify sa dalawa. Meron tayong tinatawag na acronym and initialism. Ayan. So, familiar sa acronym at initialism? Okay. So, pag sinabi nating acronym, you can read it as a word. So, that is acronym. Okay? Example na ito is spark. You can read it as a word, diba? Let. We also have scuba. So, scuba or self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Diba? So, that is an example of acronym. We also have radar, laser, etc. Okay? So, kapag kaya nating basahin as a word, that is acronym. Pero pag hindi, we call that initialism. Okay? Ano yung mga example ng initialism? So, we have DOH, ISTG, or I swear to God. We have LPT. Kasi hindi natin siya kayang basahin as a word. So, through initials lang natin siya binabasa. Okay? Ayan. Clear tayo? Okay, perfect. Ayan, sige. Next, kung meron tayong acronym versus initialism, meron din tayong tinatawag na okay. So meron tayong tinatawag na editors, we have edit. We have television, then we've got five. Okay? So these are what we refer to as back formation. Okay? May tinatanggal tayo na we mistake it as as an affix. Okay? Daan. So we also have what we call root creation or mas kilala bilang coinage. Okay? So coinage or root creation, not actual words. Okay? Yeah, usually they come from brands. Okay? Example ng coinage, I'm not sure if you guys still remember this. photocopy as Xerox, right? But ayan, yung cotton, and then aspirin as pain reliever, ayan. And then we have Google, di ba? Pag sinabi natin, you Google it, that means it's something that you need to search, di ba? Pag sinabi natin, Google, ayan. Now, meron na din tayong angkas, di ba? At the angkas, joyride, angkas, ayan. So, recreation ang tawag natin dyan. Okay? Now, we also have what we refer to as proper name or eponym.
Kung nasira yung O, sira ng
Okay? So, sila naman, galing sila sa proper name mismo. Okay? So, give you guys an example. Napoleonic. Okay? So, Napoleonic, if we are to look for the synonyms ng Napoleonic, yan. May lumabas. Walang lumabas, no? From your screen, walang lumabas. Napoleonic is an example of eponym kasi galing siya kay Napoleon. Okay, so Napoleon Bonaparte. So we also have Emile Defect, galing kay Imelda Marcos. So pag sinabing Emile ka, that means extravagant. Okay? We have Machiavelli. Sir, can you hear me? Nawawala ng net dito sa sa site. Okay na, sir? Okay, ayan. So nawala ako sa ML defect, it means extravagant, galing siya kay Imelda Marcos. Okay? So yung Napoleonic naman, galing siya kay Napoleon. Okay? Ayan. So, meron tayong Napoleonic proper names, eponyms. Okay? Ayan. So, I'll share my screen again kasi I'll be discussing another part. So, just give me 1 second. Saan siya? Sir, can you see my screen na? Proper name. So, I think the last one of this category will be si Earl of Sandwich. Yung tinatawag natin na sandwich ngayon. It is also a result of proper name or eponym. Okay? Kasi yung sandwich, it was a place. Tapos ang totoong tao na nandun ay si Earl. Kaya siya Earl of Sandwich. So yung parang pinakang history ng word na sandwich, parang nag-chess sila nung mga panahon na yun. Tapos nanghingi siya ng snacks. Ang binigay sa kanya ay yung sandwich na tinatawag natin ngayon. Tinapay na may palaman. Okay? Ang next naman ay ang tinatawag nating borrowed words or loan words, or tinatawag din natin siyang have. Okay? Ibig sabihin natin, sir and ma'am, wala siyang direct translation, so hiniram natin yung literal translation niya. Okay? So borrowed words. Yun yung tinatawag natin na have. Okay? At ang isang example niyan ay hotdog or perros calientes. Letter B. Okay? So, di ba sa English siya ay hot dogs? Sa Spanish kasi, when we say hot, ang translation niyan ay caliente. Kapag naman dogs, that's peros. So, yung hot dog sa Spanish ay perros calientes. Pero it literally means hot dogs in Spanish. Pero sa atin, 'di ba? Hindi naman talaga siya mainit na aso. It's a processed meat. Okay? Ayan. So, yung lexical change kasi, it has something to do with how a word evolves or changes. So, broad term siya. Madaming example kasi ng lexical changes. Example, yung word na queer. Di ba dati pag sinabi natin queer, it's unusual, it's unique. Ngayon, kapag sinabi natin queer, it means part of the LGBTQIA++ community. So that is an example of lexical change, or we refer to that as pejoration sa semantic change. Okay? But in this case, the answer is how. Okay? Or loan translation. Okay? Ayan. And that concludes our 75 items. Sir, by any chance, nakakuha ka po ba nung soft copy nung questions? Wala. Sige. So bukas, sorry, hindi ka sure kung makakapunta ka na, but hopefully you will and you can come para makakuha ka nung copy. So you could answer yung first 75 then. Tapos i-share na lang namin sa'yo yung answer. Tapos yung rationalization, you can rewatch this clip. Tapos tomorrow, we will answer the next 75. Ayan. Wala pa po ata, pero i-upload po nila 'to ang alam ko eh. Ayan. Sige. Thank you. Thank you, Sir Van, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for the next 75 items. Okay. So pag natapos natin ng maaga yung remaining 75 items, may mga backup items pa naman ako for review. We can answer them. Just rationalize natin together para more concepts yung makover natin tomorrow. Sige. Tapos